Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. So we are picking right back up where we left off yesterday. I tell you, it's really kind of funny for me to see my belly on the camera here. Hallelujah. It's almost time. So picking back up where we left off yesterday, what is symbolic about the Father saying, bring the ring, bring the robe, the ring, and the shoes? What is that symbolic of? So I want us to go to the book of Genesis. Genesis 41. All right. And just again, I'm going to make mention because I'm sure as the weeks go on between now and then, I will forget some days, but Women in the Word, October 6th, 7:30 is going to be a live night of worship. We'll be outside. It'll be a face-to-face option. So I pray that you will make arrangements or plans to join us. If you need the address, message me, email me, text me, whatever you need to do. I'll be happy to give it to you. But it's going to be at the same place that all of our other Women in the Word meetings were. So just let me know. Hope you'll be with us. It's going to be right. So, all right. So we are in Genesis chapter 41. And this is part of Joseph's story. And so this is where Pharaoh makes Joseph a ruler. And here, listen to these details in this part of the story. Verse 40. You shall have, this is Pharaoh talking to Joseph, you shall have charge over my house, and all my people shall be governed according to your word, with reverent submission and obedience. Only in matters of the throne will I be greater than you are. Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, see, I have set you over all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh took off his signet ring from his hand and put it on Joseph's hand, and arrayed him in official vestments of fine linen, and put a gold chain around his neck. He made him to ride in the second chariot which he had, and officials cried before him, bow the knee, and he set him over all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and without you shall no man lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt. Now, knowing where Joseph came from and knowing Joseph's story, this is a very, very powerful moment in Joseph's life. And so Pharaoh said, back in verse 40, you shall have charge over my house, and all my people shall be governed according to your word. Only in matters of the throne will I be greater than you are. And Pharaoh said, see, I've set you over the land. But at that point in time, nothing had changed. You have the word of Pharaoh that says, you have this authority. This is who you are now. This is your place. But in order to solidify that as an expression of that, Pharaoh gave Joseph his ring, clothed him in official garments, and put a gold chain around his neck, and made him ride in the second chariot, which would have been the one behind Pharaoh. So all of those things were outward expressions. These were obvious, visible expressions of the position that Joseph had been given and the authority or his place in Pharaoh's household. So in the same manner, the Father placed the ring, the robe, and the shoes on the Son as outward expressions of who he was. He was born a son, not as a servant, and that would never change. I will say this, I'll interject this just as we're closing for today, in that the Son came back. It says in verse 17, Luke 15:17, it says, then when he came to himself, that's when he decided to go back home to his father. He knew that his father took better care of his servants than he was being taken care of with the pigs. And so the Son chose to return home to his father's household. And that is key. We'll pick up here tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.